Hello! Today is Monday, June 1st, 2015, and I'm going to talk about weeks 5 and 6 of my twin IVF pregnancy. So I left off with the announcement from our first ultrasound that we are carrying twins, and I think that we have taken this week to let that news settle in, and we're really excited, more and more excited, of course. It's a lot to plan for and just a lot to kind of wrap our minds around, but we are just feeling really blessed, and we're going to have this instant family. It's kind of amazing. So week 5 was the week before we found out, before we had our ultrasound, and I guess that was the week that, I was just kind of waiting to find out what was going on, and I just experienced a lot of those AF-like cramps, just kind of on and off achy cramps going on throughout the week. I still had some kind of like insomnia, difficulty sleeping, night sweats, that kind of stuff, and just generally felt kind of blah and yucky, like I was coming down with a flu virus or something. And I guess it didn't really affect my appetite too much as I remember. I was still eating pretty well. Then we went to Florida over Memorial Day weekend to visit my parents who retired there, and we took the opportunity to tell them in person that we were pregnant. Of course, we didn't know that we were carrying twins, and so we just gave them that good news, and it was really nice to share that with them. They were the first of our relatives to know. And we had a fun and really relaxing weekend. I remember just needing to really take it easy in the sun. I put on like a ton of sunscreen. I had a hat on. I pretty much covered up the entire time and tried to really limit the amount of exposure that I got. And Adam would go swim in the ocean, and I would just find some shade and just chill out and wait for him and stuff. But we had a lot of nice, long, relaxing strolls down the beach hand in hand, and just being by the ocean was just so calming and romantic. So we had a nice time. On Monday, we had breakfast before we headed back to the airport. Oh, looks like Marcel wants to make an appearance. Maybe not. Anyway, they're a bit rambunctious. I just got home from work, so they may jump in and out. And anyway, so we had breakfast with my parents, and I ordered like your classic breakfast, eggs and sausage and pancakes, and I couldn't really finish it. I remember that, and then we got on the road, drove to the airport, returned the car, and then got on the plane. So a lot of travel, and I just felt really queasy and yucky, and so the combination of the greasy food and all that kind of motion and travel was not a good combo. And basically, from that point forward, I have had a lot of queasiness and some nausea. So that's basically the major symptom of week 6 has been the kind of morning, noon, and night sickness. I haven't thrown up, knock on wood, and I'm going to try really, really hard not to, but who knows. It's such a roller coaster when you're pregnant. So just taking it day by day, and the food aversions are also in full effect, so basically nothing appeals. I can't stand the smell of any kind of meat cooking, and just everything smells so much stronger right now. I have like spidey sense. And I walk a lot in my commute to work, and Chicago just stinks. It just smells so bad. And people's perfume is too strong, and cigarette smokers are just make me want to punch them because it's just such a hideous smell. And yeah, on and on. So that's really in full force. Even sometimes, Adam will have just a strong smell if he's been exercising or around food or whatever, and I kind of have to avoid him. So that's going on. I've just been really trying to eat bland foods, dry foods, um, nothing too sweet. I was craving a lot of fruit in in week 5, and then now I'm towards the end of week 6, and the fruit phase is starting to kind of wear off. I wake up in the middle of the night without fail, sometime in the middle of the night, pitch black dark outside, no birds chirping yet, and I start to feel nauseous, and I just get up, I don't fight it, and I go to the kitchen, and I'll either have some saltines with peanut butter and wash that down with like some almond milk, or I've also been eating this really bland, like wheat cereal, you know, those like little squares, those little wheat squares. They have absolutely zero taste on their own, so I cut up some banana in there and add a little almond milk, and that is perfect because it's bland, but it's also filling, and it kind of coats my stomach enough, and then I get back into bed and lay there and hopefully fall back to sleep in enough time to have some more Z's before the alarm goes off. Not always the case, but what can you do? So yeah, of course I've got the fatigue as a result of all that, and this last weekend I took many naps, just kind of laid around a lot, and when I get home from work, that's pretty much all I want to do is just lay around. I'm tired by 8 o'clock and usually in bed by 8:30, and I am out like a light. So that's pretty much it for week 6. I reached out to my endocrinologist because I do have a mild case of hypothyroidism that's been treated, and my levels were perfect during my treatment in IVF cycle, but since I'm now pregnant and with twins, I have to monitor it closely and most likely increase my dosage. So she called me back, and sure enough, she said, let's increase your dosage, and so I went from 88 mcgs to 137. Don't ask me why they're these weird odd numbers, but that's what it is. So I started taking that, and I'll go in for a blood draw in like a month just to see where my levels are at, and she'll have to monitor me throughout my pregnancy. I also made an appointment with a maternal fetal medicine doctor, so that's a high-risk doctor, and I'll be seeing her on June 17th. So I will be 9 weeks at that point, and I'll have an ultrasound and probably be able to see a whole lot more of the babies, and then we will have our consultation. So I'm really excited about that. Lots of milestones to come, and I'm sure Adam will tag along on that visit, and we'll see if we can get some more pictures like last time, and I'll keep you guys posted. So thanks as always for your support and for tuning in, and baby dust to everyone, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.